Hello everyone. My name is Noah James Gonzalez. Friends and families call me Nonong Gonzalez, a name given to me by my grandpa which I like, and a name which established my identity. I invite you, together with my mom Angelia, Grandma Nancy, Tita Gian, and my grandpa Jimmy, to come travel with me as I journey around the world to see the beautiful places, its people and culture, and taste its native delicacies. The Louvre, or the Louvre Museum, is the world's largest art museum and a historic monument in Paris, France. A central landmark of the city, it is located on the right bank of the Seine in the city's first arrondissement, or district. Approximately 38,000 objects from prehistory to the 21st century are exhibited over an area of 72,735 square meters. In 2018, the Louvre was the world's most visited art museum, receiving 10.2 million visitors. The museum is housed in the Louvre Palace, originally built as the Louvre Castle in the late 12th to 13th century under Philip II. Remnants of the portraits are visible in the basement of the museum. Due to urban expansion, the portraits eventually lost its defensive function, and in 1546, Francis I converted it into the main residence of the French kings. The building was extended many times to form the present Louvre Palace. In 1682, Louis XIV chose the Palace of Versailles for his household, leaving the Louvre primarily as a place to display the royal collection, including, from 1692, a collection of ancient Greek and Roman sculpture. In 1692, the building was occupied by the Académie des Inscriptions et Belles-Lettres and the Académie Royale des Peintres et des Sculpteurs, which in 1699 held the first of a series of saloons. The Académie remained at the Louvre for 100 years. During the French Revolution, the National Assembly decreed that the Louvre should be used as a museum to display the nation's masterpieces. The museum opened on August 10, 1793, with an exhibition of 537 paintings, the majority of the works being royal and confiscated church property. Because of structural problems with the building, the museum was closed in 1796 until 1801. The collection was increased under Napoleon, and the museum was renamed Musée Napoleon. But after Napoleon's abdication, many works seized by his armies were returned to their original owners. The collection was further increased during the reigns of Louis XVIII and Charles X, and during the Second French Empire, the museum gained 20,000 pieces. Holdings have grown steadily through donation and bequest since the Third Republic. The collection is divided among 8 curatorial departments: Egyptian antiquities, Near Eastern antiquities, Greek, Etruscan and Roman antiquities, Islamic art, sculpture, decorative arts, paintings, prints and drawings. The Mona Lisa, or La Gioconda, is a half-length portrait painting by the Italian artist Leonardo da Vinci. It is considered an archetypal masterpiece of the Italian Renaissance and has been described as the best known, the most visited, the most written about, the most sung about, the most parodied work of art in the world. The Mona Lisa is also one of the most valuable paintings in the world. It holds the Guinness World Record for the highest known insurance valuation in history at $100 million in 1962. The painting is thought by many to be a portrait of the Italian noblewoman Lisa Gherardini, the wife of Francisco del Giocondo, and is in oil on a white Lombardy poplar panel. It had been believed to have been painted between 1503 and 1506. However, Leonardo may have continued working on it as late as 1517. Recent academic work suggests that it would not have been started before 1513. It was acquired by King Francis I of France and is now the property of the French Republic itself. On permanent display at the Louvre Museum in Paris in 1797. The subject's expression, which is frequently described as enigmatic, the monumentality of the composition, the subtle modeling of forms, and the atmospheric illusionism are noble qualities that have contributed to the continuing fascination and study of the work. On August 21, 1911, the painting was stolen from the Louvre. The missing painting was first noticed the next day by painter Louis Barraud. After some confusion as to whether the painting was being photographed somewhere, the Louvre was closed for a week for investigation. French poet Guillaume Apollinaire came under suspicion and was arrested and imprisoned. Apollinaire implicated his friend Pablo Picasso, who was brought in for questioning. Both were later exonerated. The real culprit was Louvre employee Vincenzo Perugia, who had helped construct the painting's glass case. He carried out the tape by entering the building during the regular hours, hiding in a broom closet, and walking out with the painting hidden under his coat after the museum had closed. Perugia was an Italian patriot who believed that Leonardo's painting should have been returned to an Italian museum. Perugia may have been motivated by an associate whose copies of the original would significantly rise in value after the painting's theft. After having kept the Mona Lisa in his apartment for 2 years, Perugia grew impatient and was caught when he attempted to sell it to the directors of the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. It was exhibited in the Uffizi Gallery for over 2 weeks and returned to the Louvre on January 4, 1914. Perugia served 6 months in prison for the crime and was held for his patriotism in Italy. A year after the theft, Saturday Evening Post journalist Carl Decker met an alleged accomplice named Eduardo de Balfierno, who claimed to have masterminded the thief. Forger Eve's Squadron was to have created 6 copies of the painting to sell in the US, while canceling the location of the original. The Decker published this account of the thief in 1932. As I pause here, I hope you enjoy our ride. Don't forget to watch my next episode and please hit the red subscribe button below, for it means so much for me. Until next time, thank you so much. Special thanks to Erica Candelaria and Julius Manalo